Hi guys, it's Gail with Broken Hearts Ministry. Thank you to you guys who are watching this on the replay. Um, so we had some internet issues today. Um, so I really couldn't watch any TV. So I said to myself, you know what? I think I'm going to do a live. So my battery is on about 20%, which I'm hoping will give me at least 30 minutes. So we'll see how it goes. So if I suddenly die out of nowhere, it's my battery. So I set it up on my tripod because the only internet working is on my phone. And so I can't use my laptop to do the live. I had to do it on my phone. And I can't watch anything on TV because the internet's out. So anyway, we had Optimum working on our internet today. And also the power went out. And supposedly um, there's some problems outside of the house. So they worked on that. And then some other people were having problems too. And then some other kind of problem, we had like a power outage today. And it was like right before it was time to cook. So I thought, oh no. Oh no, I can't cook. But, I have a gas stove. So you can pretty much light it. And hello, Rudy. How are you? Happy Halloween. Yes, yes. I forgot it was Halloween. Yeah, I don't have any kids, so I forgot all about Halloween. Oh, yeah, yeah. There's probably some people having Halloween lives. But yeah, I'm doing a live because I have no internet. I can't watch anything. So anyway, I made some really awesome cookies today, double chocolate chip cookies. They're a lot like the cookies you get at Subway. They sell the double chocolate chip cookies. They're a lot like that. And so anyway, I've been working on some recipes that I have, and I have a whole list of videos I need to make, and a lot of them are recipes. So today I got the double chocolate chip cookie recipe out of the way. Tomorrow I'm probably going to do my um, pasta dish for the Kettle Kitchen pasta um, collaboration that's coming up in November, and Noodle November. That's what it is. Hello, Heather. Yeah, I'm having trouble with my internet, so I decided I'm just going to go live for a little while. I'm like, what else can I do? I can clean or I can go live. I'll just do a live. I really haven't been doing them lately, and I need to get back to doing them so I can continue to gain my watch hours. Um, I did exchange playlists with someone in Tuber Chat, and that person was really good at, she did a really good job of exchanging playlists with me, and that was Jesse Miller's Unboxings and More. And so we played each other's playlists for a couple of days, and she got through my whole entire content for this channel. And so I think I might still run hers one more time because I have some of her old lives from a couple of years ago. And I was like, well, I could run that and that'll give her some more. Because I want her to see her hours go up. Because I can tell she was running it because I could see it going up every day. Yes. Yes, Jessie Miller is very nice. So I had a I had to decide between, since I can't watch TV at all, I could clean or I could do a live. So here I am doing a live. But yeah, I didn't get to do my recipe, Heather, because of the pasta thing. Well, I did tell you that. And then the power went out like right after you and I. Well, no, I think the power went out while you and I were talking. Well, it didn't come back on until right before time to cook. But I did go ahead and make the quesadillas, and I decided to go ahead and make a Spanish rice to go with it. So we had quesadillas and Spanish rice. And then tomorrow I'm going to make that recipe that I was planning to make. But I have to go to the store and get the penne pasta for that. And I have everything else for the recipe. I don't know why. I could have swore that I had a jar of penne pasta somewhere. And I say jar because I pretty much put everything into jars just to keep critters and things out of it. And it preserves it for longer. Even like chips and cookies and all kinds of stuff. If you put it in a jar, it just lasts a lot longer. So I have flour in jars and sugar in jars and all kinds of stuff in jars. So I love my jars. I want some more of those half-gallon size jars. Those are awesome. I love those. They're so helpful. So anyway, I'm going to get on that recipe tomorrow and because I already have all the stuff for it. And the other thing on my agenda for tomorrow, and I think I'm going to go ahead and write it out and make it up my list, maybe even put it right there on that. Um, but I want to try to pick out my old-fashioned recipe for our collaboration because that is literally right around the corner. And I don't know if I'll have a recipe ready because the first is tomorrow. I don't know how soon I'll have a recipe, but I need to like push that one up in the order. But if I don't have a recipe Thursday or Friday, I'll try to put one up by Monday, hopefully. But yeah, I'm gonna do my cooking recipe first, because usually old-fashioned recipes you can come up with something right in your kitchen. Um, and I'll probably do more than one recipe because if I can fit it in with all my other collaborations. And then I'll go in there and dig around and work on my other one. So, and I might go ahead and do the craft I was talking about with you, but I'll have to go to Walmart to get popcorn for that one. And then cranberries would be really good for it, but that would be kind of a waste of cranberries. I guess it's kind of a waste of popcorn too, but I don't know. Cranberries are kind of expensive to be. Maybe I'll walk around Dollar Tree tomorrow and see if I can find anything for like $1.25 that I could use for the red to go with the popcorn. Just something random. But of course, back in the day, they would have used berries from their yard. So yeah, I think the popcorn with the berries, that would be a really cool craft because you just need thread and a needle, which I already have that stuff. And then, just buy the popcorn and um, I mean, I can look around outside, but I don't think I have anything. Hi, Jan. How are you? My internet is down. They were working on it today, but there's a bigger problem than just ours. So the tech told my husband on the phone that we were probably going to be having a problem tonight too. So hopefully, and hubby just paid for the Hallmark channel on Roku for me for $6 a month for November and December. And by George, I barely got to watch it a day and a half, and then this problem started. So I'm just not even destined to watch it. Hello, Ruby. How are you? Rushing Wind Mountain. Welcome in. So anyway, I decided since I can't watch TV. I could either clean or do a live, so I decided to do a live instead of clean. Anyway, but it's kind of cold in the house. Um, I was settled down and I thought I was going to get to watch movies, and then the internet's not working. So I even had the heating pad on my back to keep me warm in the bedroom. But we have that plan to where after 8 o'clock you can turn on the heater. Of course, back in the day it was the air conditioner, but of course now it's the heater. So I had the heating pad on my back behind the pillow, and I had the pillow set up because I was gonna hopefully watch a movie. Well, that didn't work, but anyway, I was all snuggled up with the heating pad, but it was not even gonna. The movies did not even play for me. Hi, Jesse Miller. How are you? Thank you so much for running my playlist. I definitely saw my numbers go up, so thank you so much. Hello, Luann. Wow, the whole gang is here. Heather and Jesse and Ruby and Jan. Yeah, we got everybody in here. We even had Rudy in here earlier. Yeah, the whole gang is here. So yeah, I got a whole list of like recipes to make and collaborations. So the Wild Game November collaboration that was put out by Christine, Mrs. Gillen Farms. That is, I did find out that is an open collaboration. So if any of you guys are wanting to join that, you just use the hashtag um, Wild Game November and you can put out your video. I've already decided what I'm going to make. I actually bought a couple of specific ingredients. And so let's see, I'm gonna have to look, see what Jesse said. Yes. Well, I hope you can see your numbers going up because I would go through one and then when it's all red, meaning it's all played. I did find some old lives of yours, and what I did was you didn't have a playlist of just your lives. So I took all those and made my own playlist and named it Jesse. So I'm gonna run that on my laptop, I think probably during the day tomorrow. So it's just like a whole list of all your lives, like some are an hour, 2 hours, half an hour. So I'm gonna run that for you tomorrow during the day on my laptop for you, Jesse. So but I need to kind of catch up on my watch later list because I've been so busy on Jesse's list that I need to catch up on my regular watch later list. So I need to work on that tonight. But I can definitely tell my numbers went up, so that's really awesome. Hello, Linda Oki. How are you? So, anyway, that's how the night came to be. So, I had planned to make a recipe, but when I got down to actually making it today, I realized I didn't have the right pasta that I needed. So I decided to do quesadillas and Spanish rice instead. That was kind of like my go-to you know, non-meat recipe because didn't have time to thaw meat because I already had the chicken thawed for my other recipe. So I'm gonna go get the pasta for that tomorrow, and so that'll be tomorrow's video. And then I have to um, pick out a recipe for my collaboration I'm doing with Heather, which is hashtag old fashioned cra- crafts and recipes or recipes and crafts. I keep getting confused, but I'm gonna go back to see what Heather originally put. I keep getting confused on that, but yeah, I am messing up my own hashtag. Who does that? Who messes up their own hashtag? Apparently, I do. But yes, today, well, we had a freeze a couple of days ago. And so today I actually harvested the last of my wild garden. I call it the wild garden because I don't weed back there. So it's just vines growing everywhere. So I harvested one pumpkin that was still green, three white pumpkins, and two or three of those kind of white and orange multicolored pumpkins that you buy, specialty pumpkins. But what I do is at the end of the year, whatever gourds and pumpkins and stuff that mom and I buy, I always put them back in my wild garden and let them just grow up in their by themselves without planting them. And then they just kind of die there and disintegrate and grow um, in their own stuff. You know, they rot and then they next year they come up. And then I just maybe throw like leaves and other compost material on top of them, but I don't specifically plant them. So all of those things grew from last year's stuff, except for the birdhouse gourds, which I got from Simply Jan Homestead. I did plant those. And the muskmelon, I did plant those specifically. And the marigolds and the zinnias that were back there, I did plant those specifically. But all the other wild stuff kind of came up from its own. So I went out there today. I forgot about the freeze. I went out there and everything was wilted looking. I was all sad and I was like, okay, well, it's time to harvest everything. So I came in and I got a knife and I cut it all out and I made a video and showed you the last bit of what I harvested out of the wild garden. I took a picture and all that so everybody can see what the last bit was. But I did earlier in the year harvest two regular sized pumpkins that did turn orange, and about 4 or 5 of those little gourds that are kind of orange and white looking. Um, so I didn't end up with any of the green bumpy type gourds I had last year. I didn't end up with any of those this year. I'm kind of surprised on that, but and I did not buy any pumpkins or gourds or anything this year. It like I said, it all came up from either the birdhouse gourds I got from Jan or the ones from last year come up on their own. So really saves on seeds. So now I can get my own decorations for the front porch by growing my own. So I sent that picture of the gourds and pumpkins and stuff to my brother, and my brother sends me back a message that said, "Did you grow all those?" I was like, "What? Are you kidding me?" I mean, I was thinking to myself, like, "Are you serious?" But I know he was serious. But I'm like, I'm a gardener. Of course I grew those myself. So I was insulted. It's like, of course I grew those myself. Um, Rooted in essential oils. Hello, hello. Yes, it's a chalkboard. Yep, that's a chalkboard. Hubby wrote down 2 things he needed from the store, and then up underneath there, he wrote, "I love you." So, and that's where I usually put, like, if I need to remember to do something, I'll put it back there. Hello, Dig Deeper Ministries. How are you? First ran into Dig Deeper Ministries at the Vineyard Chicks homestead. So, and I've heard them talk about you a couple of times too. So, yeah. So, you know, the life of having a ministry. I have like coats in my utility room back here that I've been washing to hand out to the homeless. In the hallway, I have, I've sorted all the stuff I've gotten. I have a bag of socks. I have a bag of bags. Um, what else do I have in there? I have a bag of t-shirts a couple of bags of t-shirts that need to go outside because right now we're just handing out cold weather clothing, long sleeve shirts, jackets, scarves and hats, and long johns. Hello, Smallholder Homestead. How are you? Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can read what you said. I saw. Oh, father-in-law passed away. Yes, I will say prayers for you. Yes, I understand. Grieving is so hard. Yesterday was actually the anniversary of my sister's passing. So it was kind of like a dark day for me. I kind of stayed off the internet that day, and probably the couple of days before that, I was kind of staying off the internet too. I wasn't feeling too good, and also kind of mentally was not too good. So I totally understand grief, and it's terrible. But that is essentially why I started the ministry, was in my sister's name. She had been homeless, probably we're figuring about 2 years. And so that's how my mom and I started the ministry. So I have ministry stuff like everywhere. So right now I'm going through all the codes, and thank you so much, Lynn and Jesse. I'm going through all the codes and I'm trying to get them washed. And also, I have labeling stuff in there too because I'm trying to label them, because my mom only has a certain amount of room in her vehicle. And so when I go back out, somehow we're going to fit all that in the car. I don't know how. Last time, my husband went with us, and so we had the truck and the car, but that's like the first and only time we've ever had two vehicles. So we actually had that extra room. to put stuff. Let's see. I have to read. Yes, with winter approaching, they definitely need all that. So I have a local clothes closet that donates used clothing to me. They donate socks and long johns and hats and scarves and long sleeve shirts. And of course, in the summer, they were doing t-shirts and all that. So, oh, and blankets. Last time I washed all the blankets and then I rolled them up, tied them with a string to make them more condensed, smaller. And so that, we gave away some of those. Actually, I need to go over there and count them because I could tell you exactly how many I gave away when I count them because I know how many there were. I know that I had washed 20 blankets. So however many's missing from there, you could subtract that and that tells you how many blankets I handed out. Now, it wasn't too cold last time we went out. So some people took some of the cold stuff, but I think some of them were not planning for later. So I think next time they're going to be like, grabbing it out of our hands because they're going to be like, oh, it's cold. Because I know I feel cold inside of the house sometimes. So I know how cold they're feeling outside. So, yeah, for December, mom and I are planning on handing out stockings. So we've been wrapping little gifts for the bottom. We're going to put 2 or 3 little gifts in the bottom, and then we're going to put like candy in there, and then maybe some other stuff too. Hi, Tiffany. How are you? I have to look real close because it's on my phone. If the writing is way tinier, so I have to really go up close to it to be able to see. Yeah. So my internet's out, so I had to do the live on my phone. I had not done a live for this channel in a while. So it's like I really need to get a live in. The goal is to try to do 5 lives a week. If you get out of the habit of doing something, it's hard to get back in the habit. So tonight, the internet was down. I wasn't going to be able to watch anything on TV. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do a live tonight. So here I am. Yeah. So I started feeling not so good Friday, and then I was in bed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then Monday morning, I forced myself to get up, but I still wasn't feeling great. So I was just kind of, uh-oh. And so then I kind of forced myself. And of course, Monday was the anniversary of my sister's passing. So it's kind of like, down that day. And I was just so glad when the day was over and I'm like, okay, the the anniversary of her passing is gone now. We're done with that day. And so today I woke up, in a more positive mood. But I did have to deal with the internet guy for like 2.5 hours. And then, of course, I still can't watch TV because there's a bigger problem than just our house. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, it is. It is hard. I mean, we make our goals, but we try to meet them, but it has to kind of fit into our schedule. And then we have to still be able to do videos. So I told myself from the very beginning of doing this channel that I was going to focus more on lives than on videos because that's where you get your watch time. And, because I know that from being on YouTube for 3 years. So and I have to have content to be able to put out, so, um, but I do need to sit down and do like a devotion or something. I need to sit down and do one of those, definitely. I'd like to really be doing one of those per week. And hello, Growing in Grace. How are you? Hi, Candace. So I'm not always comfortable reading the Bible out loud. I mean, just reading in public, really. But I try to make myself do it. And like if I'm reading multiple chapters, I'll stop between each chapter. That way, if I made a mistake, I can kind of correct it on YouTube. But that's why I'd rather do a devotion where you read a Bible verse and then you talk a little bit and read a little bit and talk a little bit instead of straight reading. Is kind of hard for me. So yeah, Candace actually sings on her videos sometimes. That's pretty cool. Bye, Luann. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Hi, Mary King. How are you? Yeah. So we had a lot of rain here, and I think that's why everything in the wild garden kind of went crazy. And so tomorrow on my other channel, I'll be putting out my video of my last harvest where I harvested the last of everything that was in there. And I will have to go back out and harvest my hyacinth seeds and my marigold seeds and my zinnias. So I still have a little bit of harvesting to do of seeds outside. But yeah, and then I have to find somewhere to dry the seeds. You know, I don't really want to do it in the utility room because I'm worried like some kind of critter's going to get to them out here in the utility room because there's a little tiny gap under the door, and I'm just worried if I put them in there, you know, a mouse will get in there and eat them up. So I'm going to find a good place to store those. I might lay them out on a tray and put them in the oven and just let them kind of, not with the oven on, of course, but just lay them in there until they dry a few days. I have actually done this on the front porch. Like if we could have a really sunny day, I could lay out the seeds um, on the two chairs on the front porch and just, you know, if it's not windy or wet or anything like that, I could lay them out there and, you know, it wouldn't take too long to dry them out. But I have had some seeds this year that did kind of were too wet for me and I had to throw them away. So I want to try to be a lot more careful, especially with the hyacinth seeds because they're like a little bit more rare and I want to have my seeds for next year, but I also want to have extra seeds so I can do a giveaway and give away some of the hyacinth seeds. So that's my plan. And I have a few friends that are going to do some giveaways. So also I was thinking if I could get those ready and kind of packaged up, I could do I could give away the hyacinth seeds on other people's giveaways. You know, like if when they're having a giveaway, I could be like, okay, we'll give away one set today, and I could just I could do them little by little, so I could just continually be mailing them out for a while. Because you know, of course, it's months before we're going to start planting again. No, I don't make stuff with marigold seeds. I just harvest the seeds to plant next year. And I'm going to harvest my zinnia seeds to plant next year. And my hyacinth seeds, I want to save some for myself and I want to save some for a giveaway because the hyacinth seeds are a little bit more rare. So I want to save those to be able to share. Thank you for putting that in all caps. That actually made it easier to see. I wish I had the nightbud set up on this channel, but I don't. But if you're a moderator, you're more than welcome to put up links for yourself or others. Kind of sound like rain for a second, but I don't think it is. I don't think we're supposed to have rain today. Good idea for a giveaway. I think so too. Yeah, oh my gosh, the hyacinth is so beautiful. It puts on a green, it puts on a vine that has green leaves. and it will twine itself around something, right? And then it puts on a flower that has pretty lavender um, little petals that come out, like a long thing with petals on both sides. And then after all that, after it's so mature, it'll actually put on a dark purple pod. And inside the pod is about 3 to 5 seeds. And in that pod is the seeds that you would plant for next year. And is the most beautiful plant, and it smells really good too. And it's just so beautiful. And I'm a lover of purple, so I absolutely love the hyacinth plant. And my dad used to plant it, so it also reminds me of my dad. Thank you, Lynn, for putting up Jesse's link. Yes, please go by and check out Jessie Miller Unboxings. She is a great supporter of channels. She has a really nice, positive speaking voice as well. I listened to her do a few unboxings. So I say that laughing because, we just got through with each other's playlists. So I mean, that's a lot of stuff. I don't know how often do you get boxes in the mail, Jesse? I mean, how many boxes do you get a month? Is it like one or four or five? I'm just curious. I've never ordered one before. Never ordered a box. I have a box coming from Amazon tomorrow, but it's not one of those kind of boxes. It's I ordered some soap making supplies. So I'm gonna get some goat's milk soap base and some shea butter soap base and some rhubarb powder, which I'm gonna use to color the soap. Makes the most beautiful purplish pink color you ever did see. Again with the purple. So I ordered that for my soap making. 3 per month at the moment. Yeah, I wondered how many you got because, well, it seems like a lot, but it's because I'm watching, months and years worth of stuff. But, I could see. Bye, Heather. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming in. I probably won't go live too much longer. My battery was kind of low, so I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and do a live. If it cuts out, I'll just give everybody a warning ahead of time. Hey, it might cut it out, and that way they'll know if it cuts out that it was totally an accident. Used to get more, but your belly cut back. Yeah. And I've noticed you started doing crafts and stuff too. So I do have a couple of crafts planned for my channel as well. Our old-fashioned collaboration. I finally picked out what craft I'm gonna do for that. And it's gonna be Christmas related. And I'm trying to, not all the crafts have to be old-fashioned, but I'm gonna try to make mine old-fashioned. So I finally discovered what I'm gonna get. Now I just have to find the supplies to go with it. Because these are actually supplies two of them I have and two of them I don't have. So really it only needs 4 supplies. So, and I actually, while I was talking, just thought of another thing I can put in there, and that I actually have that item too. So it'll be really fun. I think it'll be fun. I really do feel like it's raining outside. I feel like I hear dripping. But yeah, I think it's raining. My timer went off. It's half an hour. Hey, I'm at my half an hour that I was planning to do. So thank you to you guys who came in tonight. I definitely appreciate you guys. And thank you to you guys who will be watching this on the replay. I'm going to try to get back into doing my lives again. And I appreciate all of you guys who came in tonight. And I hope you guys all have a good evening and go with God, guys. Bye.